take a quick little hike now that I have camp set up, and then I'll come back and have some dinner. There was a few stumps over yonder, about 100 yards that direction. All of them pretty good for chairs. Yep. You usually don't need to bring any chairs or anything like that. You can use utilize what you find in the forest. I was going to use this tree fall behind me, but this is way better. This fits perfect. I don't have to sit on the cold ground or get my knees all wet from the snow when I'm kneeling. So it's working out really good. I got my water starting to boil. Should be kind of close. Got lots of floaters in there because I put some snow. That's all right. Gonna have some chicken teriyaki, beef stroganoff, and some mashed potatoes. Kind of wonder how warm my tea is, so try it out. Still hot. This is nice. Just keeping it nice and warm. Gonna have to finish that before bedtime and make some more water to put in here. Maybe I'll stick some tea bags in there. Oh, it looks like my water's boiling really good now, so it's ready for dinner. Got my chicken teriyaki going. Stuck it in my jacket to let it sit. It's supposed to sit for about 5 minutes. I mix it and sit for another 4. Looks like I'm gonna have to add some more water to snow to my water. Not very much left in there. Looks like the chicken teriyaki is done. I'm gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna make the mashed potatoes in there just because I'm not sure if that container that the mashed potatoes come in would be able to take the heat from the water. I'm gonna cook the stroganoff first. The potatoes take no prep time at all. It's just a mix of water and it's ready to eat. The chicken teriyaki is actually really good. The chicken's it's freeze dried, so can't expect too much from that, but the rice turned out really good, so it's not hard like sometimes, but got good flavor. Good stuff. Oh, it looks like the water's ready. Ready to add it into the beef stroganoff. Got lots of floaters in this one. That's all right. Oh, spilled. Throw those out. Stroganoff is made. I'm gonna mix it up. Stick it in my jacket. This one seems a little more soupy. Seal it up. Stick it in my jacket, keep it warm. And I can add more snow into the pot. That way I can make some potatoes and a hot drink. Hot chocolate, maybe some coffee, maybe some coffee with hot chocolate. That'd be good. Like I said, I'm gonna make the potatoes in the chicken teriyaki container because this is plastic. I don't think it would work to put the hot water in here. So purely plastic, I should say. Vanillite, that Mylar. Just stick them in there. Waiting for the water. That needs 2 cups of water. Stick this back in my shirt. Keep it warm. That works pretty good. And it keeps me warm too. All right, it's been 5 minutes, so I'm gonna give it a stir. It smells good. It's got mushrooms in it. Noodles. Hopefully the noodles aren't crunchy. Looks good. Smells good. And we'll taste. Tastes good. Got 4 more minutes. In case you think I'm eating a lot. That chicken teriyaki had 580 calories in this whole container. Oop, no, beef stroganoff I mean. And the chicken teriyaki had 480, so it's not that many calories. And the potatoes, I don't know. Oh, 110 per serving, and there's 4 servings, another 400 calories. Drop that back in there. Water's getting close to being done. When I opened my fuel bottle, it really hadn't leaked that much. It just mostly leaked just enough to make it smell all over the place. The percolator that it was sitting in didn't smell like fuel anymore, so it all flashed off. But I did put the water in for my water bottle, hot water bottle, in there first to kind of clean out any residue if there was any, even though I couldn't smell any. I didn't want to be eating that stuff. I'm going to finish my hot tea. I'm going to make some more hot tea for tomorrow for the hike back. And also I'm going to make some hot cocoa and some coffee tonight. Looks like the beef stroganoff is ready. Give it a try. See how it tastes. The water's almost done boiling, so I'll have potatoes right at the end there. Let's see here. Could use a little bit more time soaking. Sit for a little bit longer. So those noodles, they have a tendency to stay hard, kind of like the rice. But give it a little bit more time, I think it'll be fine. Who knows, maybe those potatoes will be done first. Looks like the water's done for the potatoes, so I'm gonna get that put in there. I don't know if this stroganoff is done yet. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit longer. The potatoes take 2 cups of hot water. Got lots of floaters in here this time, some pine needles and other parts from the pine trees. One more to go in. Oh, I got a big piece in there. Something. A piece of pine bark, I think. Quick mix. This one's ready right away. Mix this one up and whoop, there's the pine. There's the piece of. That is. Could have been some piece of teriyaki in there. This smells really good. Mashed potatoes. Let it cool down a little bit. It's good to go. You can eat that anytime. Now for the stroganoff. See if it's gotten better. Oh yeah, much better. Good stuff. I'm gonna make some instant coffee. Put some more hot chocolate in it. Mix those 2 up. It's actually really good coffee, this little Starbucks instant stuff. Probably should just drink it by itself, but together. That looks good. Smells good too. Make sure it's mixed up good. Last time it wasn't mixed up good. Let's try it out. Hot. Delicious. Alright, last thing before I turn in. Some mashed potatoes. They look yummy. Look at that. Nice and buttery. Eat some good high carbohydrates to give me energy when I'm hiking. This does it. Same with the rice and the noodles, but this is added punch. Really good stuff. Dishes out here are pretty easy. Most of everything I can pack out as garbage. I got 2 things to wash. So I'm going to just rinse it out with some hot water. Ooh, it's really hot. Get that off. There we go. I'm the only one who's using it, so it doesn't really matter. Clean it off. Get most of the food particles off of there. Looks clean to me. That's a rust stain. It's not food. And for this, we just drink this. Just kidding. Gonna add some more snow because I'm going to make some more hot water for tea. Pine needles. I want those in my drink. All right. All clean. It's just ice in there, snow. My feet are getting cold from an activity. Gonna have to either take a little walk before I go to bed or make sure I get that water bottle by my feet right away. It's hard to walk in the snow and look at the same time and film. There's a fire pit there, way too close to the water. I wouldn't use that one. The sun is just barely touching the top of that. And there's the moon rising. Looks pretty clear now, so it's gonna be a clear night. Which means it's gonna be a little cooler, usually. And with that almost full moon, it's going to be pretty bright. That's one reason I could have come last night to set the tent up, because the moon, especially if it's a clear night, would have been able to see everything and set up the tent with the snow on the ground. A lot of reflective light. And this is the campsite. Nothing special. Nice level ground. Well, I made it level. Who knows what it looks like in summer. Might be a bunch of rocks. Maybe I'll be sleeping on some rocks tonight. There's my stool. So I'm gonna empty the rest of my tea into this bottle, then I'm gonna make some more. The water's ready. Been boiling for a little bit. This I'm gonna keep on me. Also keep it in my sleeping bag. See, it's still pretty hot. Wouldn't really call it hot, but it's definitely warm. Drink it pretty quickly. Stuff this in my coat pocket. Pour this directly in here. Let it stop boiling for a little bit so the floaties aren't so prominent. I'll stick a tea bag in here. I got a youth berry and some chamomile. Stick in there. Let it steep. I'm gonna drop the whole tea bag in there. Just take the paper tag off, throw that in the trash, drop it in there, let the strings fall in there. Actually smells pretty good, that berry too. Close this up, let it steep overnight, a lot longer than I need to. This was my trash. And let's not forget, brush teeth. Nobody wants to see me brush my teeth, right? It's January 3rd, and I'm at about 7,200 feet in Montana. And one thing that surprised me when I was up here is that there are still some green plants up here. Even at this time of year, they're still, I don't know if you call it thriving, but they are still very green. And no, not the evergreen type. Right down there underneath this log, it's called bearberry, I think. And it's not just there. There's some over here, right next to this tree. There's some over here, but all over in here. Just filled up my hot water bottle. I'm going to turn in it early, hopefully get an early start hiking tomorrow. I'm gonna turn off my stove and dump the water out. It's in the pot, don't need it anymore. And then so it doesn't freeze during the night. My toes are pretty cold, so I'll hop in my bag and go to sleep. Maybe wake up early and get out of here. I'll probably prep my stuff tonight, so I don't have to, except for the tent and sleeping bag and stuff that goes on the outside. I put that hot water bottle in my sleeping bag already, and I climbed in, and oh, it's already warming my feet up. It feels really good. My feet were a little cold, but my boots are really good. I really like those. Those are my really cold weather boots. I'm sure there's some other ones that are better, but those are 800 gram insulation. And they work excellent when I'm hiking. Just around camp, I could use a little bit more insulation, so maybe another layer of socks. I need to get a thin layer of wool socks. These are thick, but a thin one to use in conjunction. I just checked the thermometer, and it was reading 22, so it's dropped 16 degrees since earlier today. So I expect it to get down pretty low. I'll check it again when I wake up, or if I wake up in the middle of the night. And probably it'll be getting down to about 12 or maybe even 9 again. It takes a long time to get a good flame out of this stove in cold weather. I'm heating up the water because my bottle's getting on the cool side. Should last me the rest of the night. The water's boiling, and finally I'm getting a good flame. That's how long it took. Probably took like 5 minutes. Stay tuned for part 4 of my solo winter backpacking series, where I will conclude my overnight backpacking adventure with the hike out of the forest. I also plan to publish a concise critique of the winter backpacking skills and equipment I set out to test, as mentioned in part 1 of this series, titled Introduction and Preparation. I hope to include in this review some other things I might change for any future winter adventures.